Imagine looking up at the night sky. Among the countless stars lies a faint red sun invisible to the naked eye, but only 40 light years away. Orbiting that star is a world so much like our own that scientists believe it may be one of the best places yet to search for life. Its name is Gliese 12b. This mysterious planet has become a cosmic beacon of hope because, unlike so many other exoplanets discovered so far, it is almost the same size as Earth, receives a similar amount of warmth from its star, and may even have the right conditions for liquid water. If confirmed, this little world could completely change how we see our place in the universe. Gliese 12b orbits a small red dwarf star known as Gliese 12. This star is just 1/4 the size of our sun and glows with a cool dim red light because the star is faint. Gliese 12b orbits very close to it, only about 7% of the distance between Earth and the Sun. At that distance, the planet completes an entire orbit in just 12.5 days. In other words, a year on Gliese 12b is shorter than 2 weeks on Earth. But what makes this planet fascinating is not just its orbit, but its scale. Gliese 12b is almost the same size. Earth perhaps just slightly smaller. Its estimated mass is close to ours as well, which means it is almost certainly a rocky planet with a solid surface. This is a critical point because, unlike the giant gas planets we so often discover, this is a world where you could at least in theory stand on the ground. The question is, what would it be like if you stood there? If the planet has no atmosphere at all, the surface temperature could reach around 40 degrees Celsius, about as hot as the hottest deserts on Earth. If it has a thick reflective atmosphere like Venus, it could be much colder, perhaps even below freezing. Somewhere in between lies the possibility of a balanced, life-friendly world with oceans, clouds, and rainfall. This is why astronomers are so excited about Gliese 12b. Its location places it in what we call the habitable zone, the region around a star where conditions might allow liquid water to exist. Water is the key ingredient for life as we know it, and this planet seems to sit right on the edge of possibility. The James Webb Space Telescope is now being directed toward this world, searching for signs of an atmosphere. If Webb detects oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, or methane, it could be the first real evidence of a living planet beyond our solar system. But Gliese 12b also comes with dangers. Its star, like all red dwarfs, is known to produce solar flares. These eruptions can strip away atmospheres and bathe planets in harmful radiation. Luckily, Gliese 12 appears to be calmer than many other red dwarfs, which raises the chances that Gliese 12b may still hold on to its protective envelope of gases. Now imagine what weather might be like there. If the planet has an atmosphere rich in water, clouds could gather under the glow of its red sun and release rainfall. The rain might feel familiar, but the sky would look utterly alien, painted in shades of crimson and orange. If the planet turned out to be more like Venus, the rain could be acidic, burning everything it touched before evaporating in the heat. And if the planet has no atmosphere at all, there would be no rain, no clouds, only a barren desert of lifeless rock. The soil beneath your feet would also hold secrets. Being a rocky planet, Gliese 12b likely has minerals similar to those found on Earth: iron, silicon, and magnesium. If it has oceans, erosion could enrich the soil with nutrients, potentially supporting alien ecosystems. Imagine plant-like organisms adapted to drink in the dim red light of their star, colored not green but dark red, black, or even purple, absorbing every possible photon for survival. Because the planet orbits so close to its star, it may be tidally locked with one side in eternal daylight and the other in endless night. On the day side, the surface might be blistering hot, scorched under a fixed red sun. On the night side, it could be frozen and dark with icy plains, stretching endlessly. Between these two extremes lies a twilight zone, a band of eternal sunset where temperatures could be mild enough to allow life. This twilight strip may be the most habitable region of the planet, a place of constant winds, dramatic skies, and alien storms unlike anything on Earth. The skies themselves would be surreal. On Earth, our atmosphere scatters blue light, but on Gliese 12b, under a red dwarf, the sky might glow in shades of deep orange or blood red. Sunrises and sunsets could appear as fiery storms across the horizon, lasting hours, bathing the land in haunting crimson. Now comes the most thrilling question of all. Could Gliese 12b harbor life? If water exists and the atmosphere is stable, simple microbial organisms might already thrive there. Even the presence of such tiny alien life would be one of the greatest discoveries in history. And if life evolved further, adapting to the red star's glow, there could be plant-like creatures or even more complex life forms we cannot yet imagine. Even if Gliese 12b is lifeless, it still offers profound lessons. It may help us understand why Earth became a thriving oasis while Venus turned into a furnace and Mars froze into a desert. By comparing these worlds, we may finally learn the delicate balance that makes a planet alive for humanity. Gliese 12b is more than just a scientific curiosity. It represents a possible destination. At 40 light years away, it is beyond our reach with today's rockets. Even our fastest spacecraft would take more than 700,000 years to arrive. But in the future, with advanced propulsion systems like nuclear fusion engines or even theoretical warp drives, Gliese 12b might become one of the first alien worlds we explore. Imagine standing on that planet centuries from now. The ground beneath your feet is rocky and strange. The sky above glows red, and a small faint sun hovers eternally in one spot of the sky. Cities could rise under protective domes. Farmland could stretch across the twilight zone, and generations of humans might one day call this world home. Gliese 12b is not just another exoplanet. It is a cosmic mirror. It shows us what Earth might have been, what Venus could have become, and what other habitable worlds may look like across the galaxy. Its closeness, its Earth-like size, and its temperate conditions make it one of the most promising candidates for the search for life. Perhaps in the near future, the James Webb Space Telescope will reveal whether Gliese 12b has an atmosphere, whether it holds liquid water, and whether life could thrive under the glow of its red sun. And if it does, it will mark the beginning of a new chapter in our story. The moment we learn that life is not unique to Earth, but written into the fabric of the universe. Till then, Gliese 12b will remain a mystery, a world so close yet so far, quietly orbiting its star in the constellation Pisces, waiting for us to uncover its secrets.